Bloodtithe team archetype is a team that revolves around HP sacrifice or HP loss. Characters in this team archetype can accumulate Bloodtithe points by taking damage. The team gains 1 point of Bloodtithe per 3000 HP loss caused by factors not caused by the enemies, such as depleting HP through their incantations and/or ultimate. However, for damage caused by enemies, the team can only gain 1 point of Bloodtithe per 10,000 HP loss. The main DPS of this team archetype need Bloodtithe points in order to deal more damage. Therefore, the allies that are suitable for them are support characters that can buff their damage output and/or accumulate Bloodtithe faster via depleting HP. As an additional note, since the accumulation of Bloodtithe is based on percentage of HP, it is best that all characters in the team have a high amount of HP by using HP resonance builds. Some characters also do damage based on max HP instead of the usual attack stats. With that being said, the core characters in this team are Nautika or Eternity with second Euphoria as the main DPS, Semmelweis as the mandatory support, either Rhiannon or Sentinel as the additional support, and Rubuska as the sustain. You may replace the additional support and sustain with Flutterpage and Fatutu respectively. Other support and sustain will also work too, but they will not be as effective as the characters previously mentioned. Let us start with Nautika. Her main damage source is none other than her ultimate. Her ultimate will let her in a channel state, then cast a large amount of attacks at the end of the round depending on the amount of Bloodtithe she can consume before casting said attacks. At P0, the amount of attacks before the final attack is capped at 24 times. Note that her ultimate is considered as a follow-up attack. Other than her ultimate, Nautika can also cast many follow-up attacks through her counter every round if her counter is always up. She can simply be in her counter state if she uses her second counter incantation. She will cast her follow-up attack every time the team accumulates 8 points of Bloodtithe. There are several ways Nautika can accumulate Bloodtithe. At P0, Nautika gains 8 points of Bloodtithe upon entering the battle, and the maximum limit of Bloodtithe is expanded by 8. Using her first incantation and second attack incantation deplete HP, so she can accumulate Bloodtithe. Additionally, casting follow-up attacks through counters also depletes her HP. Nautika has 2 ways to increase her damage output. The first one is to gain hit stacks. Hit increase her max HP and damage bonus. The second one is Adversity 1, which increases her damage taken reduction and damage bonus. To gain hit, Nautika simply needs to take any actions. Using her first incantation also lets her gain more hit stacks depending on the incantation rank. Additionally, she can gain hit when she is attacked by the enemies if she is in her counter state. As for Adversity 1, she can provide it via her second attack incantation to all allies. Since Nautika needs to take many hits, she needs to be inherently tanky. Her skill sets reflect this. Other than hit and Adversity 1 which provide defensive buffs to Nautika, using her second counter incantation also grants her damage taken reduction and healing taken. Furthermore, she can also revive herself when she loses all her HP by consuming 4 points of Bloodtithe. Its consumption to gain this revival will increase by 4 points. For our second main DPS, we have Eternity. Note that Eternity needs to have her second Euphoria, not the first one. Anyways, similar to that of Nautika, her main damage source is her ultimate. Eternity can also cast ultimate as a follow-up attack at the start of every round if her Blood of Immortality is at rank 3. We will discuss about Blood of Immortality shortly. As a Bloodtithe character, Eternity is able to deplete her own HP to accumulate Bloodtithe as well. She can deplete 20% of allies' HP and also deplete her own HP by using her first and second incantation. Eternity has one main aspect to increase her damage output, which is Blood of Immortality. Her ultimate gains 300% additional reality damage if her Blood of Immortality is at rank 3. The base buffs of Blood of Immortality are 25% damage bonus and damage heal. At the start of the round, she will consume 10, 20 or 30 points of Bloodtithe to upgrade her Blood of Immortality to rank 1, 2 or 3. The higher the rank, the more the attack and HP buffs provided to Eternity. Since Eternity needs to take many hits, she needs to be inherently tanky. Her skill sets also reflect this. As mentioned previously, Blood of Immortality provides damage heal and HP buff to her. Additionally, her ultimate has 50% leads rate, and Eternity is immune to stats down, bleed, corrode, and poison. Next, we have the mandatory support for the Bloodtithe team, which is none other than Semmelweis. There are 3 aspects that we need to discuss, which are her ultimate, her second incantation, and her other buffs. We will start with her ultimate. There are 3 things that her ultimate can do, which are depleting all allies' HP by 20% of their current HP, deploying an array, and casting a follow-up attack at the end of the round. Semmelweis Array provides both offensive and defensive buffs, which include damage taken reduction, healing taken, and damage bonus. Furthermore, if the max limit of Bloodtithe points reaches a certain number, under Semmelweis Array, all allies will further deplete 5% of their current HP and gain increased damage dealt on their extra attacks. To the ally with fresh blood, their damage dealt on their extra attacks is increased further. Her second incantation provides fresh blood to an ally. An ally with fresh blood will deplete 10% of their current HP to gain critical rate and critical damage buffs when taking an action. Additionally, all allies gain damage bonus buff, and the ally with fresh blood will gain additional damage bonus buff. As a Bloodtithe character, Semmelweis is able to deplete HP to accumulate Bloodtithe as well. Other than her ultimate and her second incantation, she can deplete her own HP by using her first incantation. Casting ultimate further depletes her own HP, while casting her follow-up attack grants the team 2 points of Bloodtithe. Additionally, she gains 50% HP and provides 10% of her max HP to increase allies' max HP at the start of the battle, which is extremely helpful to accumulate Bloodtithe at a faster rate. As a support, Semmelweis is very AP generous because she can passively gain Moxie easily. She starts with 3 Moxie at the start of the battle. She can also gain 1 Moxie after casting ultimate. Furthermore, for every 8 points of Bloodtithe accumulated by the team, she gains 1 Moxie. Now let us talk about Sentinel. The main aspect of Sentinel is her bullet. Her second incantation provides Dread Bullet to self and the ally in front of her. Dread Bullet increases 75% additional damage on their attack, where the calculation is based on max HP instead of attack start. Ally with Dread Bullet will gain 30% critical rate, and excess critical rate can be converted to a critical damage at an 80% rate. Dread Bullet also increases the holder's damage bonus that is calculated based on max HP. Sentinel works as a sub-DPS support since her damage output is not bad due to her Retribution mechanic. All of her damage is calculated based on her max HP instead of her attack start. This automatically translates to better offensive stats even though it is just a measly 20%, as 20% of her max HP is still higher than her attack start. Furthermore, the Retribution multiplier on her follow-up attacks is 30%. Ultimate also gains additional 2% multiplier per fresh wound stacks that she has. Fresh Wound is her special buff that depletes her HP at the start of the round and converts them to Bloodtithe points at a 50% increased rate. She can gain Fresh Wound by using her first incantation. Her follow-up attacks are also her first incantation, so she can technically gain Fresh Wound by just using her second incantation. However, actively casted first incantation will let the team accumulate 1 point of Bloodtithe. As a sub-DPS support, Sentinel is somewhat AP generous in the sense that you do not need to frequently use her incantations for her to be effective. As long as your main DPS has Dread Bullet before casting their ultimate, Sentinel does not really need to consume any action points. Furthermore, since she can gain 6 Dread Bullet stacks even with just a 1-star second incantation, she can easily get Moxie passively with a 50% chance per attack triggering bullet. Another viable support for the Bloodtithe team that may replace Sentinel is none other than Rhiannon. There are 5 main aspects that Rhiannon can do, starting with providing Rapport Force Field. Said Force Field increases stronger effortless damage multiplier and can be obtained by consuming attunement and passively 1 stack per round. Consuming attunement can be done by using her first and second incantation. She gains 2 stacks of attunement passively every round. The second aspect is her first incantation, where if reinforced, she will inflict critical defense debuffs to all enemies. We will discuss how she can gain reinforced incantation in a short while. The third aspect is her second incantation, where she provides incantation might and ultimate might to all allies. If reinforced, she will additionally provide damage bonus to all allies as well. The fourth aspect is her ultimate. There are 3 things that her ultimate can do. She provides attack and max HP buffs to all allies. Additionally, all of her incantations and subsequent ultimates will not consume any action points within 3 rounds. Her incantations will also be automatically reinforced within 4 rounds. The fifth aspect is her Raptor Kinship. Other than gaining Rapport, consuming attunement will charge her Raptor Kinship. If it reaches 100%, she will be able to activate Sensory Bond, which provides an extra round for the team, while also casting an area of effect attack at the end of the AP bar that always has Aflato's advantage. She synergizes extremely well in Bloodtithe team due to her very general but powerful buffs, especially her ultimate that provides max HP buff, where the amount depends on Rhiannon's max HP. Therefore, ideally, if you are using her in Bloodtithe team, her resonance build should be HP focused using Overindulgence. However, if you do not have enough materials and you want to use Rhiannon for other teams, you do not have to use Overindulgence build as it is only specific for Bloodtithe team. Finally, our last slot is reserved for the Sustain, which is none other than Rubuska. There are 2 main aspects that Rubuska can do. The first one is obviously being a Sustain. Her second incantation and ultimate can heal all allies. Her second incantation especially can heal a large amount of HP due to it healing based on her max HP. Additionally, Rubuska can passively heal the team 3 times in a round if attacked. She also provides revival buffs to all allies at the start of the battle, where they will be revived once upon death. The second aspect is her Shadow Cloak buff. At the start of the round, all allies' HP will be depleted, and said depleted HP will be converted to Shadow Cloak, limited up to 15% of Rubuska's max HP. For every point of Shadow Cloak owned, allies gain 1 max HP. For every 200 or 300 points of Shadow Cloak owned, allies gain critical damage and ultimate might buffs. Her ultimate will empty all Shadow Cloak points from other allies except the target ally. Then 35% of those emptied points will be granted to the target. These Shadow Cloak points are separated from the Shadow Cloak gained by the target before Rubuska casts her ultimate, and have no max limit. These Shadow Cloak points provide more critical damage and ultimate might to the target. As a sustain, Rubuska is very AP generous. Most of the time, she only needs to use 1 of her incantations, usually her second incantation, to gain additional 4 Moxie immediately. This is because if any allies reach the maximum limit of Shadow Cloak including herself, Rubuska will gain 1 extra Moxie per ally. Furthermore, Rubuska can also store 3 excess Moxie. Before jumping into the next section, let us briefly talk about alternatives for this team. The first one is Flutterpage. Flutterpage is a good alternative for the support slot because both Nautika and Eternity can cast follow-up attacks. Flutterpage especially pairs very well with Nautika, because Nautika's main damage sources are her ultimate, which is considered a follow-up attack, and her follow-up attacks from her counter state. Eternity can also cast a follow-up attack at the start of every round if her Blood of Immortality reaches rank 3. Additionally, Semmelweis can also cast a follow-up attack once per round. However, as mentioned, Eternity and Semmelweis only do 1 follow-up attack per round, so it may be hard justifying using Flutterpage in this scenario when you can use her in other teams, especially if you have alternatives like Rhiannon or Sentinel. Another alternative is none other than Fatutu for the sustain slot. Similar to Flutterpage, Fatutu buffs follow-up attacks too. Furthermore, her damage sharing is considered as HP loss, so she can accumulate Bloodtithe quite decently, but not as good as Rubuska. Note that you cannot use Kiparina, Marsha, or Enigma as the sustain. Kiparina has shields, which is a hindrance to Bloodtithe teams as they want to deplete their HP as much as possible. Marsha also has shields, but she is also part of the Lingering Glow archetype, which is mutually exclusive with Bloodtithe. Enigma deploys Pulsing Field Array automatically, which will override Semmelweis Array when she casts her ultimate. Let us briefly talk about the team formation and their Psychubes before moving on to their rotations. The main DPS is obviously either Nautika or Eternity with her second Euphoria. The mandatory support slot has been filled with Semmelweis, so we need one more sub-DPS / support. Rhiannon, Sentinel, or Flutterpage are good candidates. Do note that if you are using Sentinel, you need to put her behind your main DPS so that she can provide Dread Bullet to them. The last slot is reserved for the Sustain, which is usually Rubuska. As for their Psychubes, everyone except Semmelweis uses their signature Psychubes. Semmelweis uses Lopera's signature Psychube as it provides more buffs when deploying her array. As for the priority of the rotation, since we want to focus on increasing the damage output of the main DPS which centers around their ultimate as much as possible, all buffs from the team must present before Nautika or Eternity cast their ultimate. Nautika needs to have a maximum amount of hit stacks and Adversity 1 buff available before casting ultimate. Since her damage also comes from her regular follow-up attacks, Nautika must always be in her counter state. Semmelweis needs to deploy her array and provide buffs from her second incantation with 100% uptime. If you are using Rhiannon, she needs to cast her ultimate and all her reinforced incantations before your main DPS casts their ultimate, which is usually a non-issue. If you are using Sentinel, she needs to use her second incantation to provide Dread Bullet before your main DPS casts their ultimate. For Nautika, you can simply use Sentinel's second incantation in the same round as Nautika casting her ultimate, while for Eternity, you can simply use Sentinel's second incantation whenever Eternity runs out of her bullets. Finally, Rubuska needs to use her ultimate in the same round as your main DPS casting their ultimate unless she is P1 or higher. This is because Shadow Fist only lasts for one round. Let us start with the rotation with Nautika. In the first round, please proceed to use Nautika's counter incantation, both of Rhiannon's incantations and Semmelweis' second incantation. We want to immediately prepare for Rhiannon and Semmelweis' ultimate in the next round. If you are using Sentinel, use her second incantation to provide Dread Bullet to Nautika. Our goal in this rotation is to have Nautika nuke every 3 rounds. In the second round, please proceed to cast both Rhiannon and Semmelweis' ultimate, then use Nautika's second attack incantation to provide Adversity 1 to all allies. You should also use Rubuska's second incantation during this round, as your HP will be low, and Rubuska needs to cast her ultimate next round. Use Rubuska's healing depending on how low your HP is. If allies' HP is very low at the start of the round, you can heal with Rubuska before casting Semmelweis' ultimate and Nautika's second attack incantation. In the third round, please proceed to cast Rubuska's ultimate. Use whatever incantations from the spell dock, then cast Nautika's ultimate at the end. If your hit stacks are not at maximum, please use Nautika's first incantation, but usually, you do not have to do so. If you are using Sentinel, you should use her second incantation here. Remember to use all of Rhiannon's incantations. In the fourth round, please proceed to use Semmelweis' ultimate and second incantation again. Nautika's counter state ends last round, so please proceed to use her counter incantation as well. Proceed to also use Rubuska's healing too. Remember to use all Rhiannon's incantations. In the fifth round, please proceed to use Nautika's second attack incantation to reapply Adversity 1. Other than that, this round is very flexible so you can mostly do whatever you want here. Heal with Rubuska if your HP is low. Remember to use all of Rhiannon's incantations. In the sixth round, please proceed to use Rubuska and Semmelweis' ultimate. There will be one more action point here, so use whatever you like. If you are using Sentinel, you should use her second incantation here. Remember to use all of Rhiannon's incantations. From the 7th round and onwards, please proceed to repeat the first until the 6th round again. Remember that Nautika's ultimate should be used at the end of the AB bar. Remember also to activate Rhiannon's Sensory Bond whenever available. Heal with Rubuska whenever your HP gets too low. And finally, remember to use Sentinel's second incantation before Nautika casts her ultimate, so she can enjoy the bullet effects. Finally, let us talk about the rotation for Eternity. In the first round, please proceed to use both of Rhiannon's incantations and Semmelweis' second incantation. Please also proceed to use any of Eternity's incantations as well during this round. We want to immediately prepare for Rhiannon and Semmelweis' ultimate in the next round. Similar to the rotation with Nautika, our goal in this rotation is to have Eternity nuke every 3 rounds. However, the preparation phase needs 4 rounds so that Eternity can upgrade her Blood of Immortality to rank 3. In the second round, please proceed to use Rhiannon and Semmelweis' ultimate. Please also proceed to use any of Eternity's incantations. You should also use Rubuska's second incantation during this round as your HP will be low. In the third round, Blood of Immortality has been upgraded to rank 2. It is time to prepare for Eternity's ultimate as both of her incantations will now gain 1 extra Moxie. Use 2 of Eternity's incantations, and for the rest you can do whatever you want. Remember to use all of Rhiannon's incantations. In the fourth round, please proceed to use Semmelweis' ultimate and second incantation. Since Eternity's ultimate is ready, please also proceed to use Rubuska's ultimate before casting Eternity's ultimate. Remember to use all of Rhiannon's incantations. In the fifth round, Eternity's Blood of Immortality will finally reach rank 3 and she will be able to cast her ultimate as a follow-up attack at the start of every round. During the first and second round of this loop, you need to use at least 3 Eternity's incantations in total so that she can cast ultimate in the third round of the loop. Heal with Rubuska, and you can do whatever you want afterwards. Remember to use all of Rhiannon's incantations. In the sixth round, please ensure that Eternity will be able to cast ultimate in the next round. Please also proceed to use Semmelweis' ultimate as well. Remember to use all of Rhiannon's incantations. From the 7th round and onwards, please proceed to repeat the 4th, 5th, and 6th round again. For the odd loop as shown previously, use Semmelweis' ultimate during the 4th and 6th round. For the even loop, use Semmelweis' ultimate during the 5th round. We want Semmelweis to always have 100% uptime on her array, so she needs to cast her ultimate once every 2 rounds. This also applies to Nautika's rotation. Remember also to activate Rhiannon's Sensory Bond whenever available. Heal with Rubuska whenever your HP gets too low, and finally, remember to use Sentinel's second incantation every time when Eternity almost runs out of bullets so she can enjoy the bullet effects. Without further ado, here are the battle showcases of the Bloodtithe team archetypes.
Anyone crazy seeing blood? Fletchlings, time agree. One of my best moves. Close your eyes. Oh, ancient beings whose wings beat in their nests. Our victory comes on a tide of blood. This should do the trick. Get off! I hope the flock is ready. So am I. Taking a peek inside. Listen to this. Close your eyes. It will all be over soon. Ancient spirits. How about a game of hide and seek? One of my best moves. Feel like making some new pointy tooth friends. Enter the gate and see the light. You can do this. Now, give us a big smile. Face the truth, though it may come pain. One shatter can now remain. Like it's black. Agreed. Taking a peek inside. Listen to this. Hear me. Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
certainly a choice.
Ancient spirit. Face the truth.
Have I start with you?
A little surprise. Listen to this. Listen. Time to fly.
I hope you like a splash of red. That was certainly a choice.
Taking a peek inside. Enjoy it, friends.
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon. Very well.
Close your eyes. Stay away from my bed. Won't be pulled. Cloak is ready. Let's go. Time to fly. Feel like making some new pointy tooth friends. Sensing their thought, taking a peek inside, enter the gate and see the light. Ancient spirits of a new. I beseech you. This should do the trick. Now, give us a big smile. Though it may come pain. One shatter can now remain.
Greetings.
Agreed. Let's make one of my best
Take
materials.
it easy. Very well.
Oh, ancient beings with wings beat in their nests. I can do this. Flying handbag for only 3,000 Pokemon. Cloak is ready.
I hope you like a splash.
Like cities to the moon.
Handle it gently.
Ancient spirits of a
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
Skittle, one your song.
Don't be so hard.
One of my best moves. Let's go.
Take it. Handle it gently.
Agreed. Flow with you, so let's see who's got the best. This should do the trick. Larry of Arcane.
Try to breathe. Try to breathe. Trust me. It's over. Look away from me.
Stay away from my buddies. Come dance with us.
I hope you like a splash of red. That was certainly
One of my best moves. Time to fly. The day is gone.
Let it go.
Cammy.
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
This should do the trick. Larry of Arcane. Bird fly high. Fruit broken. My dearest friend, come with me.
Ocean dry. Not alone again.
Just will you.
Ocean dry. Not alone again.
Clock is ready. Let's go. Time to fly. One of my best moves.
Take it easy. Agreed.
Flow with you, so let's see who's got the
That was certainly a choice.
ancient spirit.
comes in a tide of blood.
Will you run?
The ocean dried and I'm alone again.
Look, one of my best.
I hold you like a splash of red. I know, Joe, take it easy.
I'll take you to the moon. I can do this.
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon. A little bit hot here.